on standby.
Lose legal. Cue logo, please.
Startup game has been activated. We are good to go.
And make for a terrible commute. Authorities hope that the trains will be running in the next few hours once the dung, confetti, and pantyhose are clear from the track.
We're Sam and Ella, and we want to invite you now to Sam and Ella's, so you can get you and your family a good home raw meal. Sam and Ella's pizza sandwich, runny eggs and chicken.
Okay, we've got one contestant ready to go.
Brought to you by the makers of Mama's Pride.
We're going in 30 seconds.
I am Donnie. My task, to steep you into the rules and regulatories of this game. Have I piqued your curiosity? You do? Then percolate on this. You'll see a whole slaw of questions, and when you obfuscate the correct answer, press the button next to it. And you have to watch out for the timer that's ticking away. The more promptly you buzz in, the more regal tender you'll make. Or forfeit.
Okay, folks, we're getting close. 10 seconds.
Bon voyeur.
Mail enhancement check, please.
6, 5,
Go to black.
4,
Look for the new Bible action figure, Larry the Leper, part sold separately.
This is Cookie, and today I've eaten $1.25 in loose change. Will you be my Facebook friend? And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Grammar Garments and Punctuation Pants Warehouse. You'll never have a period problem in our pants.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Hang on tight, we're in for a ride. First up, part of a nutritious Blechfest. Which cereal mascot is unable to vomit up its own product? The Trix Rabbit, Tony the Tiger, Toucan Sam, or Honey Nut Bee? No, Toucan Sam is no stranger to the Technicolor yawn. One right answer coming up. The reason you never see a rabbit barfing is because rabbits don't barf. Then again, maybe they're just very discreet about it. Open wide for depth thoughts. Who would not be considered a pirate of the Caribbean? Jamaica Jack, Captain Cook Islands, the Barbados Brothers, or Cuba Beard? The Caribbean Sea is between North and South America, but the Cook Islands are near New Zealand. And they say no man is an island. Look at me, I've been single my whole life, and I don't need anyone. This one's called Dennis Kucinich in the kitchen with the rope. And here's a clue, it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a room in the classic board game Clue, not the stupid new version of Clue, the classic one, a room in the White House, or both. If it's a Clue room, press your X button. If it's a White House room, press your B button. And if you think it's both, press A. Each one right gets you 300. Each one wrong gets you killed. And your term will be up in 30 seconds. Okay, let's move. Library. Conservatory. Map room. Game room. Study. Ballroom. Lounge. Maybe you ought to try leaving your own room every once in a while. Frankly, I think the problem with White House administrations lately is perhaps a few too many Colonel Mustards and not enough Professor Plums, if you catch my drift.
Everybody quattro, everybody quattro, hey!
And on its way, thou shalt not mess with the hair. If Zac Efron were like Samson from the Bible, what would happen if he cut off that full head of thick, luscious hair? Vanessa Hudgens would turn into a pillar of salt. In the Bible, Samson lost his strength and power when his hair was cut off. I heard Zac Efron isn't going to go back to the High School Musical franchise, though he does plan on getting his GED musical equivalency.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Coming up next, Go Jones! What do Indiana Jones and G.I. Joe have in common? They were originally toys, they were named after a dog, they shot blue lasers, or they hate... Remember how knowing is half the battle? Well, you definitely lost half the battle. This would have worked. G.I. Joe fights the terrorist organization Cobra, and Indiana Jones hates all snakes, especially the cobras he comes face to face with in Raiders of the Lost Ark. I hate Cobra too. I mean, my yoga instructor is all about moving from downward-facing dog to Cobra, and it's really difficult. You know, I get the engaging your core, and yeah, but my pubis just does not want to maintain a connection with the floor. Does anyone else have problems with pubis connection? Anyone? That's round one. Let's hope you do a hell of a lot better the rest of the way. Don't forget, in round two, all the cash is doubled. And lest you forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Enough small talk. Say hello to chicken soup for the organs. If the eyes are the windows to the soul, what is your spleen? The vacuum to your blood, the garbage disposal to your intestines, the screen door to your As with the gallbladder, I have no idea what you're good for. Here's what a right answer looks like. One of the main functions of the spleen is to clean your blood by removing particles of debris. And as I've learned the hard way, don't forget to change the bag every month or so.
Question 7.
It's time for Kentucky Fried Souls. In the mood for some light reading? Try the Book of Revelation. I hear it's a quick read with a happy ending. And speaking of quick, suppose the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse descend upon Earth to race in the Kentucky Derby. Given the order that the horsemen arrive in the Bible, how might the announcer call the winner?
And we have pestilence at first! It's famine at first!
War. What is it good for? Want to see the answer? According to the New Testament, the first horseman will bring pestilence, followed by the horsemen of war, famine, and finally death. Oh man, I just missed the trifecta. I had war followed by famine, followed by Fabio on an attractive stallion.
Locking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
This one's known as Tenacious DHTML. If Jack Black wants to start writing his last name in HTML so it'll show up black on a computer screen, what should he write? Jack number sign? In HTML, the code for the color black is number sign 000000. And if you knew that, I'd say 000000 is probably how many hot dates you've had in your lifetime.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, if I die.
Take a stab at getting lucky numbers. Yeah, but I don't understand if they were in purgatory the whole time or just at the end.
Cookie, we're back.
Oh, hey, let's do one of those fortune cookie questions.
Cookie, fortune, square. Cookie, fortune, cookie,
Okay, let's see what fortune I got. Help, I'm trapped in a fortune cookie factory. Ha, classic fortune cookie joke. Although maybe they're really in trouble, considering the location of the majority of the fortune cookie factories, where is this person probably trapped? Somewhere in China, somewhere in The fortune cookie is a predominantly American custom, and the vast majority of fortune cookie companies are based in the United States. I wonder if there are more clues in these other cookies. I'm okay. I thought the door out of the fortune cookie factory was locked, but it was really just kind of stuck. My bad. Well, that's a relief. Help, I'm trapped in the parking lot behind a fortune cookie factory. Hold me, never let me go.
Am I dreaming? Question time.
Coming up, Twilight. Which Twilight book describes the natural event that happens most frequently in the real world? Twilight, new moon, eclipse, or breaking dawn? An eclipse happens a couple times a year, a new moon about once a month, breaking dawn every day, but twilight happens the most, twice a day, as the sun rises and as it sets. Maybe Stephanie Meyer stopped writing the books because the titles would have started sounding lame. Brunch time, partly cloudy afternoon, twilight again. Step right up to the Jack Attack. When you see two clues that match, press your A button. 4,000 big ones if you're right, but you lose 4,000 if you're wrong. And don't forget, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. I'm super, thanks for asking. Don't you dare call any of these things mega. Good luck. That's all she wrote! Okay, that was pretty decent. You might even say pretty average. Good job, you're in the middle of the herd. Which, don't get me wrong, is a pretty good place to be in. For instance, if you were a wildebeest, you'd be less likely to get attacked by cheetahs. Although if you were in the front of the herd, you'd be less likely to step in everybody else's shit. Pros and cons. Pros and cons.
You don't know Jack!
Nice one, folks. Okay, Donnie, let us know what we're doing.
Okay, keep me a piece if you'd like to engage in another tourniquet of wits.